I grew up in Orange County, California. I grew up in a very, very close-knit family, very godly family. You know, I got into sports really early. I can start remembering when I started playing baseball probably around 4 years old. That's when I can start having some memories of it. My mom was my rock. My mom was always taking me around, taking me to school, helping me with my homework, everything. She was always taking me to Little League events, everything she could do to make sure I was doing what I loved, and I loved playing baseball. So I was about 8 years old. I was taking batting practice. My dad was just throwing to me after school. And I've never hit a home run in batting practice or in a game either at the Majors field in Little League. So my dad was throwing batting practice, and I was hitting. And my mom was walking in right center field wall, and there's a light pole where the lights come, and I hit a ball, and it was going directly toward my mother, and she was walking, and we started screaming like, heads up. You know, I didn't think it was actually going to get over the fence, but it was in that direction, so you always warn someone. And next thing you know, the ball goes over the fence about 4 feet from my mother and hits the light pole. And you know, instead of being scared of getting hit by a baseball or anything like that, she started jumping up and down because she was so happy that I hit a home run, and she was able to see it for the first time. And you know, I think my dad and I were scared that my mom was going to get hurt from getting hit by a baseball, but she could care less about her almost getting hurt, and she was just jumping up and down, and that's the fondest memory it's one that I hold on to, and it just makes me smile every single time I think about it. So my mother was first diagnosed with melanoma skin cancer when I was actually 4 years old. I was very, very thankful that she was able to beat it. And when I was 9 years old, we were on our 5th year, going into our 6th year of her being melanoma skin cancer free, she got it again. It was even more harsh than it was when I was 4, and it came back fast and it spread very rapidly. I knew she was sick, but I didn't really understand everything about it. I visited my mom every single day in the hospital. That's all we wanted to do, as me and my brothers and my father. We'd just be at school just thinking about my mom the whole time. I viewed baseball as 2 hours of inconvenience. Baseball was on hold, sports were on hold, life was on hold for me. I just wanted to be with my mother. We knew it was getting close. June 13, 2000, I was in 5th grade. It probably was around, I'd have to say, about 1 o'clock. I was toward the end of my school day. And the phone rings. Phone rings in my classroom. They said, the principal told my teacher that I had to go up to the office. Kind of already knew what happened. When you think about this stuff, it's still tough for me to talk about, but when my mom passed away, it was kind of just a why factor. Why did, since we are a very Christian family, why did God take her away from us so early? She was only 47 years old. I got pulled out of school many of occasions because I just started break down crying when I was in 6th grade. Everything kind of just reminded me of her, and it was tough. It was definitely a very hard time. I didn't know any kids that had lost another parent, so I just focused on baseball. That's all I did was baseball, and I did it as much as I possibly could, just so I could focus on trying to hit a round ball with a round bat instead of my mother. That's how I dealt with everything. I would, you know, when my mom was sick, I felt like it was 2 hours of inconvenience. When my mom passed away, it was 2 to 3 hours of me being able to just free my mind. Usually during the national anthem, I look up and just say thank you, because I know she's watching over me. It's just, you know, I wouldn't be here without her. You know, through all those tough times in my life, you know, I leaned on her. I only got 10 years with her, but it was the greatest 10 years of my life, so she's a big part of it. Before she passed away, my dad cut some of her hair and put it in a lockbox. And for a Christmas present 2 years ago, my dad gave me a necklace. And the necklace I have on, I never take it off. It's right here. I can show you guys. This cross actually unscrews, and my dad put her hair into this cross. There's two paths you can go down. Obviously, I chose this path, and it was turned out to be the right path. You got to look yourself in the mirror and say, what does she want you to do? You know, she doesn't want you to go down here and be a person that's not going to be a good reflection of her. And I think that was the big thing. I just wanted to make my mother proud. The times I miss my mom is obviously Mother's Day. That's the big one. You know, it comes kind of no way around that, her birthday. And the biggest one for me is June 13th, every single year. Very, very, very hard for me on that day. It doesn't matter from year one, now that coming up this year will be the 15th year anniversary of my mom passing. As you can tell in this interview, it's still tough every single day for me. The advice I have for kids that have lost a parent is lean on someone that you trust. For me, in my opinion, me speaking about my mother is me honoring her. She knows that I talk about her. She knows I think about her every single day, and I think that was a big help for me. It was just talking about her and me talking about how much I miss her and how many fond memories I have of her makes me happy because I know she's watching me doing this. So I think the biggest advice is talk about it. Don't keep it inside. Don't lock yourself in bedrooms. Don't get on a computer and just read things. Go out there, be a kid. You know, she's up there watching you, he. Talk about it, lean on someone. I think that's it's going to be hard, but it will get easier. It's Freddie Freeman of the Atlanta Braves. Just want to say hi and hope you guys are doing okay, and I'm with you guys. I know what you guys are going through. Stay strong.